What is going on YouTube? Chronos here and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So in today's video is going to be kind of short. We're just going to be going over a possible, I don't want to say like a leak, but maybe an oversight by the dev team of when we can be seeing the next region. I think it's Kvaris is what it's called. I'm probably saying that wrong. But either way, we'll jump into that, guys. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chrono. I cover primarily PSO2 content. I'd really appreciate a subscribe as we work our way towards that 10K mark, hopefully by the end of the year. We hit that 7K mark, guys. That's super exciting. Thank you guys so much for supporting the recent videos. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So I was streaming kind of live and we were looking at a few things and I realized that there was something, I don't want to say left in the game. We got these limited time quests that give a specialized item. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. One sec. There you go. The Kvaris Expedition prep tickets. So there's a specialized limited quest that gives us these prep tickets that say certificate given out to active arcs can be exchanged for specific items in a later update. Now, two things that kind of like, what I'm looking for stand out to me, right? So first off, this is the exact name of the new region that we're going to be getting. And second off, it says expedition prep ticket. So it leads me to believe that even story-wise, we're going to be heading on an expedition into an area that we don't know. So that's kind of cool. At least it sounds that way. And even just from watching the trailers, it seemed that way. And second off, these are intended for, of course, a later update. If we take a look at the actual tasks, I purposely didn't complete one so I could show you guys. I mean, granted, I probably could have looked at completed, but if we look at the actual task, look at its end date. Its end date is in June. It's June 7th, and we know that we're expecting this update in June. So I was curious. I did a little bit of research to find out when exactly June 7th was. Now, if we take a look at a calendar, we can see that in June 7th specifically is a Tuesday. Historically, usually servers go down on Tuesday for maintenance. When they come back up on Wednesday, and we've got a new patch usually. So I do want to go ahead and make sure I cover every possible aspect, right? Because having a theory like this isn't really fair to only cover just what I think or what validates my theory. It's important to see all of the facts in front of you. Then you make your own decisions, right? Because everyone could have their own ideas about when we could have the update itself. So first off, let's mention that we have the next scheduled NGS headline on a Thursday. That's new. Usually our NGS headlines are on a Tuesday morning around 8 a.m. EST. That's when we normally cover them. So usually that's when we have our NGS headlines. And this time around, we've got it scheduled for the 28th. Now that could change things up a little bit. Honestly, these headlines aren't really contingent on when we receive updates. But there is something else that could make a bit of a dent as well. Technically, we've had updates or we've had maintenances a week before the actual updates. Normally, PSO2 tends to be on like a 2-week schedule roughly between updates and changes. We just recently had the, the 45 patch, I want to say on the 5th to 6th, the 6th here. And then 2 weeks later, we're going to be having the update for the pyramid on the 20th. So that's pretty standard for the course when they tend to release things. And if we take a look at the release schedule, if you look at the 7th, they tend to release things either early in the month or late in the month. Now, it's a possibility they could opt to go late in the month and release things on the 21st, but I feel like it would make sense for them to have something like this and then have it end right when, of course, the new piece of content's coming out. So it's up to you guys. This is just something I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about, make sure everyone was aware of it, and even make them aware of the limited quest, because some people may not even know that they exist. To wrap things up, I wanted to pop over to our roadmap here, basically, to let you guys kind of know a bit about what we have left over, right, in the roadmap itself. The roadmap's a little bit dry for information or for content itself. You can see we've got limited time urgent quests, which is already done. We've also got limited time quests. Actually, I think they moved the urgent quest itself. I was thinking for a second this was a part of the spring event, but they might have moved this, if I remember correctly. NGS anniversary event. So yeah, they added in the May NGS anniversary event that is supposed to be in here, but we have nothing slated for May basically, right? We've got limited time quests My understanding, that might be the limited quest that we currently have moving towards the next region. And then this is Redham Region New Urgent Quest. So this is supposed to be here in May as well, but we don't have a whole lot going on in this section, right? So we had limited time urgent quest and that new urgent, and that's really it. So that tells me that realistically, this will probably be the early May update. This will likely be the late May update. And then 2 weeks following this, so if we look kind of like at a calendar, right? Let's see, we've got the update we had on the 6th, we had on the 20th, and then the early May update we could probably see on the 4th, I'd imagine. Then the late May update, more than likely, maybe in the middle, right? On the 18th, or possibly on the 25th. They could skip over a week, right? Like, it's possible. We could end up with like this on the 4th, the 11th, and they could do the 11th and 15th, the 25th. And then what could happen is we could jump down and bam, have the new region on the 8th. So this is kind of the reason why I've mentioned, like, you know, this sort of pattern itself. PSO2 very much works in patterns. However, we've seen those patterns break beforehand. So we can't always rely on the pattern itself to say this is exactly when we're gonna have certain pieces of content, because they have broken their own patterns in the past. But I feel like it's worth mentioning and worth bringing together. And that just about covers it, guys. That's all I have for you here today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, any of your own predictions, feel free to toss them into the comments below. As always, my DMs are always open for any questions you guys might have about the game itself, or any theories you guys might have about what's coming up. I'd be more than happy to hear about it. I'd love to hear about it mostly in the comments, but wherever you want to reach out to me, totally up to you. Like if you enjoyed the video, guys, subscribe if you want to keep up with more, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Peace out.